So now we have our character that is just a chair, and we have our camera that is showing our chair as a character, right? Now what I'm going to show you is the event graph. And event graph is where we write our logic. For example, in event graph, we say if the player hit W on their keyboard, move forward. If the player hit S on their keyboard, move backward. Okay, like that. So we create our logic in event graph. And in here, when we open it, you can see there are three nodes. This called node. Whatever you write in here, it will be a node. So for creating a node, you can right click and you can see there is a lot of them. By default, this context sensitive is checked, so it will show you less amount of um, nodes. But if you uncheck this, you can see all the nodes that Unreal Engine have. So for example, AI, and inside that you can see there is a lot of node. And by just clicking, you can create that node, right? So now I'm gonna talk about three most important nodes in any event graph. So whatever blueprint class you open, there is an event graph. And in each event graph, there is these three nodes: event begin play, event actor begin overlap, and event tick. Okay, so let me explain it one by one. This event begin play, you can see there is a arrow in here that called execution pin. So this is an execution pin that whatever you connect to this execution pin will be executed. And because this is event begin play, when you hit play in here, this event begin play will execute whatever that is connected to this execution pin once at the start of the game. And if we go down the event tick, what is it? Is whatever you connect to this execution pin, it will be executed 30 times per second if your game is 30 FPS, right? So whatever you connect to the event tick, it will be executed 30 times per second. And the another one is this event actor begin overlap. And what it means this execution pin will execute whatever that is connected to it when this actor, this pawn, overlap with something, whatever. It will give us an execution and event. So now let's just talk about this event begin play. For showing you how this event begin play is working, I want to show you another thing. Drag and drop from here and search for print a string. Okay, and this print a string is a node for debugging our application, debugging our game. And when you connect whatever execution pin to here, it will, when it reach here to execute it, it will print whatever we write in here. For example, hello world for us in this screen. So now we connect this. Let's just compile and run our game. You can see it says hello world at top left corner. Let me show you one more time. Hello world and top left corner, right? So with this print string, we can debug our blueprint class. Doesn't matter which blueprint class, whatever blueprint class you have, you can use print string. So in here, I want to say begin play. Okay. So now if we compile and run, at the beginning it will say begin play. And again, if you go to development in here, click in here, you can change the duration to, for example, 10 seconds. So we can see it clearly. Compile and hit run. And now you can see it says begin play, and it will stay there until 10 seconds runs out, right? So now we have this. Let's just check this event tick. If we drag and drop from this execution pin and write print a string, we can print whatever we want, but I want to write event tick. Okay, and I want to go to the options in here and change the color, for example, to red. So now whatever text that you see in the screen that is red, it will come from this event tick execution pin, and whatever string that you see, whatever text that you see in the screen that is blue, it will come from the begin play. So let's just compile and run, and now you can see it's saying event tick over and over again, 30 times per second if your game is 30 FPS. And we can't even see this event begin play at all. Why? Because it override that. But if we delete this, we can see it, begin play is in there. So that's how print string work. And now you know this event begin play run whatever that is connected to this execution pin once when you play the game, when you start the game, and whatever you connect to event tick, it will run over and over again 30 times per second.